guys. I'm Sarah with DIY Crafty Sarah, and this is my page, and this is one of my lives. It is February 12th. Three days till Valentine's Day. 2 days. Why is this doing this to me? It's making me log in again. Made me log in again the other night. I have to go grab my password because I never can remember it. I don't know why my iPad is doing that for some reason. Guess I'm gonna have to come in here and check beforehand so that I don't waste our time doing this. It's asking me if I want to save my password. Like, seriously? Weirdness. All right. What a pain in the wazoo. Hey, Holly, how are you? Are you freezing up there? I bet you are. We have warnings out for cold tonight. It's like coming across the tree. It says dangerous cold. I think it's supposed to be 25 below is what it's supposed to feel like. I don't know if that's really what the temperature will be, or... Okay, so I'm going to put some mauve on here. Mauvelous. Oop. I want to squeeze that back down inside there. I don't have any mauvelous for some reason. Just when you think you have every color there is, then you realize that you don't. So I'm gonna set my wax on that one, I guess. Yeah, everything was canceled all around us today. Businesses were closed. It was crazy. And so we were supposed to have our volunteer appreciation tonight, and they ended up canceling it. Not so much because I want to make this into like a watercolor paint. Not so much because the snow the sun started shining this afternoon, and like where we scooped and the sun shined, it melted. But the streets are still covered. So these are the hearts that I made last night. I made these out of that clay. And I went to look online to see if this kit was still available, and I'm not seeing it. So it may not, unless I'm looking in the wrong place. It may not be available. So I'm just doing it because, you know what, every year I end up with things that I didn't do, and then the next year they're obsolete, so I'm just gonna do it. I don't know if anybody can get it, but I'm gonna do it. So this was all a kit, and this came with it. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to paint the inside of this with this Marvelous color. And I'm just going to lightly spread this around and let it dry. Just me and you, Holly. I was cutting out some Easter door charm that I want to do. Door round. And I picked up some new files today. So I'm just going to try and even this out a little bit. I don't want it to really be solid, but I don't want it to be like streaky either. Are you going to be able to make it to our, oh, you did pay for your class reunion, didn't you? I still have to pay for mine. I got it from Lori Shufflebind today. She's coming. Okay, let me find something to put this in. I should write my password down right here beside this. Hey, Cindy. So this is the board that came with my hearts. So I just painted that with watered down Marvelous, and I'm going to dry that. You guys, these things are as light as air. I don't know if all of that clay is like that. Oh, that dried fast. It dried very fast. So it's just tinted kind of pink. Yeah, you paid, Holly. I remember that now. I've got it all written down. And I write it on every one of my deposit slips who the deposit is for. And then I send that name on to Lynette so that we have double records. She writes them all down. But I did put them on the back of the deposit slips too. And if I get checks, then of course I have the checks, but I have to write those down. But when I get Venmo'd, then I have to transfer the money from my account to that account. Basically what I do is just take the cash out of my account and just put it into savings. That's what we have it in. We have it in a savings account for our class. Because the bank that Deb used to have the money in was charging us interest. If we weren't, they were charging us a fee. And it's like, what the heck? We're a class, you know, we're not like, so when I brought the money down here, Deb wanted me to take over the money, so I did. And brought it down here, we decided to go with a savings account. And when the time comes to write checks, we'll just pay out of our money, and then we'll just pay ourselves back out of that. Or Lynette said she'd write checks too, so either way. Okay, so I'm going to take this background. I'm going to put it on this frame. And it's just floral, you guys. It's just a floral. It's really pretty. And I'm going to do that in gold. So the gold's going to go over the pink. And we have partnered up with a couple of companies. One of them is the Peanuts Corporation. Later this month, we're going to have Charlie Brown and different things like that. So I'm kind of excited for that. And the other person that we are partnering with is Tiffany Deason. I don't know her. Maybe Cindy, maybe you do. It's she does home decorating. She's written a cookbook on how to use your leftovers. She was on Saved by the Bell. You know, my kids watched it, but I never watched it, so I don't have any clue who she is. I probably would know her if I saw her. She's actually going to be at our ChalkCon this year. That will be kind of interesting. She's excited to partner with us. Oh, that turned out pretty, you guys. I'm just going to set that back down on my backer sheet. See that? Oh, get it over. Hi, Pam. Yeah, Tiffany, T-I-F-F-I, it's Tiffany with an I. T-I-F-F-A-N-I, maybe? And then, of course, Peanuts. So, won't that be fun? And they showed a t-shirt that they had made, and it said something about, it had Lucy on the front of it, and it said something about being a grump. Oh my God, that's going to be cute. And then they had Woodstock, and then they have all the Charlie Brown characters. So I think we're going to have some, I think that'll be cute. So that happens in February. Let me see. Okay, so they gave me adhesive squares, but you saw how I struggled with those on that carrot. I'm going to set this over here. So I'm not using those. I'm just going to go ahead and glue these down with a hot glue gun. So I punched my holes in them, and then I stuck, it comes with embroidery floss. So I'm just going to line them up in rows of 3. You guys, when I say they are absolutely light as air. Try and separate out some of the colors maybe. Oop. Caught my finger on that one and untied it. That might be a problem. So I cut them short after I tied them. So this morning when I came out here, they really weren't totally dry. So you're just lining them up on your board like that. And this is a cool glue gun. So I think it'll be fine. These things are just, they're the strangest things. I'm not familiar with like air dried clay, and this might be just exactly what it is. I'm not sure. I always thought it was a little more substantial than this, but maybe it's not. I think I'm gonna put a dark one down here. So this could be left out. This doesn't have to be Valentine's. Can you believe Valentine's Day is Friday? And Cindy, aren't you glad we don't have to do that crap anymore? I was a florist for 20 some years. Forgot to put my what on there? Forgot to put your rings on the back. On the back of what? After last night. Oh, my wedding, yeah. I took them inside. You're right. I did not put them back on. I keep thinking I'm going to put, I have a hand waxer and my hands, chalking dries my hands out terrible. And my skin is really, really dry anyway. So this is what this looks like. Isn't that cute? Oh my God, no, Cindy, I can't. So I was a florist for 20 some years and Cindy worked at a floral shop down the road from me. So we know what it's like working on Valentine's Day, and it sucked. You never really made that much money on Valentine's Day because the roses were always so expensive. You couldn't really get out of them what you should. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's going to be that one. I don't even have any room for it. I'll have to peel out my Valentine's stuff. And so I painted this little bunny today. Pam, that's the bunny that you got. I painted him up today. He was adorbs. And I'm going to do my carrot now. I'm going to go ahead and chalk on my carrot. So I have pre-painted my carrot. And they still have the carrot. And no, she did? Oh my God. What a glutton for punishment. Is she by herself or is she married? I can't, I hate it. And every single thing you have to wrap in plastic and oh my God. If you want it to get there, okay. You know, I suppose some people don't, but I'm not one that was willing to take the chance. So I wrapped everything. And you work your butt off and, okay. Let me clean up my mess here. Get my little trays back up here. Alrighty, this is my carrot. And we sell these. This is a kit that you can buy. And you get the carrot, and it's tall, you guys. It's a porch leaner. And oh God, how's Deb doing, I wonder? You know, last time I saw her, she looked rough. After she got that gastric bypass, she was kind of a mess. I'm gonna wax this because I have chalked on it. And I chalked with a, I'm gonna dump those chunks out. I chalked a polka dot design on mine, and after I did it, this is the small polka dots. Then I found my my 18-inch polka dot. This was a B size transfer, and it was fine, but I had to do it over and over again, and I doubled it, and I missed some right in here, and it would have been easier with my 18-inch. Yeah, the last time I saw her, she didn't hardly have a hair on her head. She was as skinny as a rail, and she did not look healthy. So they do sell these carrots by themselves, and then this is the transfer that comes with it, and it says, "Welcome to our home, to our burrow," and then it has a little design on the bottom. I should look and see if they show it in here. Yeah. So they don't have the "to my burrow" or "to my home" on it. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. I saw that Darlene, when she did it the other day, she did fit that in on the clear on the bottom. Yeah. Man, I wouldn't go there now for nothing. No way, Jose. No dice. People go there for plastic surgery and all kinds of things. And I had a friend that asked me if I wanted to go, and I knew that my husband would never go for that. So I said no. And then I ended up losing all the weight anyway, so. Damn near died doing it, but I got it. I got it. So this is so weird because this one does not come with a second E. And they put the W clear up on the green. They kind of separate it where the E is. So it's the W's on the green. And then the rest of it. And then you'll have to go back and do the E again. So I'm almost tempted to. Why wouldn't they have just made a second E? God, it would have been so much easier for everybody. Just to spell it out and be done with it. But no. And then they didn't even make them in like separate, like where we could cut lines. So the E has to be used again. So if you guys want to know when I'm online, just put !notify with no space between that in a comment with nothing else in the comment. And you should be notified when I go live. Matt Weddingfeld, hi. How are my boys? My little grandsons are on Facebook. I felt something in there. Oh, it's on the... Alrighty, it's on my board. I'm just going to go with it. We'll see what happens. I know, I noticed that too. I don't like that, Holly. I mean, it does between these, But if they expect you to use a letter again, I think they should separate them. Did you have to go to work today, Matt? Hi, Callie. We've already done one project, and we're going to do this carrot porch leaner. And I will put in the link above, or in my description above, the link to this. Like I said, I think it comes as a kit, but then they also sell the extra carrots. I think I'm gonna trace this and cut my own out on a 1x12. It's 12 inches here is the widest part. I suppose this is probably wider than 12. This is 15, but it wouldn't have to be that wide. It would not have to be that wide. So I'll stick these on and then I'll see if they're even anywhere straight. And then I'll adjust. And then we'll chalk. So what everybody do today? Anything? I saw my grandsons were out making, my little 3-year-old was out making snow angels. Hey Ben, how are you, buddy? That looks crooked. That just looks crooked right from the beginning. The WELC looks pretty good. I think it needs to go over to the left just a smidge. So that I got room for my E. So I'll probably have to clean that. I'm gonna do it in the vanilla color. Thought about white, but that's pretty stark. Pretty stark. What'd you do? You door dashed? Oh my God, Ben. Where do you go dash at, Ben? One thing, I painted this so I can paint out if I screw up on something, or it bleeds, or it's not quite, like, because right here we're hitting the seam of, so that's kind of weird, where it got glued together. That's why I think, yeah. That's why I think it would make more sense to cut it out of a single piece of wood, but what do I know? And up close, you can see the texture of the little spots that are behind it, the polka dots. But you won't be able to see that from, this isn't going to end up on my porch anyway, because my porch is out in front of everybody. So it would get blown over. It'd be down the street. Cool beans. All right, I'm gonna set this over here. I'm gonna pull that off. I'm gonna set this down so I can clean this other E, and then I'll be able to use it again. So I'm just gonna take it on here and clean it with a antibacterial wipe. I just want to get the paste so that I can get paste through it. I don't want the screen to be blocked. Don't use baby wipes, but you can definitely use antibacterial wipes. My sweatshirt says, peace, love, and coffee. I made it. You can always tell I make them because they're always a little bit off, because I'm a little bit off. They're like not quite in the center. I try and I try, but we're supposed to be like 25 below tonight or something. Feels like 25 below, I think is what they said. I don't think it's actual temperature. Wouldn't that be something? Ugh. I bet that's what Holly gets up there in Wisconsin. Not that we haven't had it, because we have. Thanks, Ben. Where do you DoorDash at, Ben? In Hastings? Pretty sure if I lived where there was DoorDash, I'd be DoorDashing. Just saying. So I just stuck that in the microfiber side of my cloth. I'm going to bring my carrot back up here and we're going to put the E on. Are you busy in Hastings? I would think today might have been a busy day for door dashers because people don't want to get out. They might need something. All right, there's my E. Must be something on my transfer because it's not quite right there. It's not going through. Must have been something on there. So could put to our home on the bottom or to our burrow, like rabbits, or just the, I'm just going to put just the lines, the floral or the green leaves. Good for you, Ben. You go, buddy. So I'm just putting the leaves or whatever it is here on the bottom. Just like that. And I see a couple places like that up there. That happened because the gluing together of the, shoot, you know what? I don't think I have the paint that I used. No, I'm gonna have to get some different paint. So I want to touch up around in some places, but I don't have the exact same paint when I painted this. So here's what it looks like. Wouldn't that be cute, sitting out on a front porch? Thanks, Glenda. I think it's cute as it can be. But like I said, I could never put it out on my front porch because I live at the top of a hill and we do not have an enclosed porch, and the wind would kill it, and it would kill it. And it's MDF, so even that, you know, MDF doesn't hold up in wet at all. So I did 30 doctors, I bet you do. So we did this today. We finished this. This is what we started last night. We made these clay hearts. Stuck ribbon through each of them. And then put them on. This is a Couture surface that I painted with Marvelous and then did gold for the floral design. And then I glued these on. You could have stuck them on, but I glued them on. And they're the lightest. I don't know, I'm kind of curious to work with other clay. And this was my wood kit that I painted today. This little bunny. And it says on there, fresh carrots, 25 cents each. And if you're interested in any of the wood kits, you can go to Crafty Sarah's Wood Shop, SHOPPE. And I have these kits for you to paint on there. And they're not that expensive, you guys. They're really not that expensive. And anybody can do it. I have pictures, I send you pictures, or I can either send you a picture or I can text you a picture. And it's just painting. These pieces are all separate. All of these things are separate. And so you paint them, and then it's like a puzzle. You just put it together. You just glue it together. Very simple. They're all very simple. So I think that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, here's another cute one I did. Isn't that little palette cute? These are like $6. They're not bad at all. Cindy, you just need to come and paint. You need to move closer to me now. Hebron's only an hour away. Alrighty, guys. Have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you all so much. If you can sprinkle me out there, I'd appreciate it. If you see the live right there, you know I'm live. If you don't see it, if you'd hashtag replay, that would be awesome. Sprinkle me if you can. What else can I say? I will put in the description this carrot, so if you want to do it, it will be available, and I appreciate you all for coming in. Have a great night, guys. Thanks, Holly. Thanks, Glenda. Bye-bye, guys.